People who have accidentally sent nudes to the wrong person. What was the aftermath? It wasn't a nude but a sext. I wanted to send the screenshot to a friend but sent it to my family group chat. I deleted it, but 5 minutes later Mom asked me what the pic was about. I managed to convince her I had no idea what she was talking about and it was probably a virus. My boyfriend and I were spending the summer long distance, so Snapchat nudes were sexual frustration saviors. One night, I was sexting him and a pretty illicit boobs and undies pic gets sent to my coworker. Yes, coworker, male, no less, and new to my office. We had traded Snapchats to be friendly as he liked to share a lot of stories of his car, but now I had just sent him full shots of my naked breasts. Not exactly the precedent I wanted to set for a work relationship. I snapped him and immediately begged for him to ignore the pic and forgive me. I explained they were meant for my boyfriend and that I was an idiot. Thankfully, coworker was an awesomely chill dude and we never spoke of it again. We were pretty good friends until I moved states. Either way, for months I used a new Snapchat with only my boyfriend as a contact because I was mortified at the thought of sexting anyone by accident ever again. Thankfully, boobs have been safe ever since. Accidentally sent a nude to both parents. In a series of photos of my kids, they laughed hysterically. I made some awkward jokes at my own expense, and now I triple check to make sure I didn't accidentally clicked anything weird while scrolling to send pics. I accidentally sent my mate one over Snapchat. Lost my head when I realized what I'd done, sending about 100 messages telling him not to open, googling ways to delete unopened snaps etc. Obviously being a great bloke he screenshots it, and continues to show people even now on nights out we go on together, with the reply, "I've got dirt." Not quite the same, but early on in our friendship, like 4 days of knowing each other, a friend was trying to show me a dick pic a guy had sent her and instead held out her phone to show me a picture of a well-shaven vulva and vagina. It took me a few seconds of puzzlement before I asked, does he have a vagina? She looked at it and instantly turned beet red. She had accidentally shown me the picture she sent him in return. She still feels mortified over it, but I found it hilarious. Reassured her she has a nice-looking pudendum. She shouldn't be showing other people's nudes. I don't get that at all. If someone sends you a nude, show some respect and appreciation by not showing your friends. Op has put accidentally in quotations, but I legitimately sent a picture of my boobs to the wrong contact on my list, a platonic friend. He replied, "Thank you," and it was never spoken of again. One of my best friends entered into a long-distance relationship in college. As a result, that involved a lot of naughty messages and snaps back and forth with her boyfriend. I got one of those messages one day. She was topless in the bathroom taking a picture of her in the mirror wearing a black thong. No boobs or anything. Just her and her butt in a thong showing her back with some cheek. I did what any guy in my position would. Stripped down to my black boxers, wedged it up my butt, and recreated her picture as best as I could, and to my credit it was damn close. It wasn't an accident, but a prank that my friend and I thought would be funny to pull on another mutual friend. The prank was to send a picture of your balls to mutual friend but make sure they didn't know what it was. So I take a close-up of my balls, making sure that I shave beforehand, with the perfect lighting, and send it to the mutual friend. The next day he asked why I sent him a picture of a beige rug. My brothers and their hockey team were having a drink in a bar when one of them received a dick pic from a number he didn't know. The poor op received 20 dick pics from 20 different people within 5 minutes. We now call this event the virtual bukkake. I accidentally sent a pic of my tits to a coworker instead of a friend. I was in the process of tattooing them, hence why a friend was supposed to get the pic. He was always happy to see me after that. This was before Snapchat was super popular, so I'm sure he has it saved. Recipient here. In the Nokia days of the early 2000s, I received a one-word text from one of my hockey buddies. Sex. I knew it was for his wife, but I replied okay, but I am pitching laughing face. He laughed. Still remind him to this day. Not nudes. Pache, but I think it still applies. My family has a weird tradition that started with cameras and moved on to cell phones, where we steal the camera phone and take a close-up picture of the crook of our elbows, looks like a butt crack. Bonus points for lots of hair and sometimes a finger in the elbow butt. The tradition moved on to sending random elbow butt texts to cousins. I have a cousin named Mike and met a guy named Mike on OKC. I didn't use last names for some reason and sent a hairy elbow butt finger text to Mike on OKC instead of my cousin. He responded with a WTF. Not thinking. I said oops. That was for my cousin. After I hit send, I realized sending a picture of what could be mistaken for a finger in my hairy butt to my cousin would be just a little weird. To the guy's credit, I never heard back from him after that. I started using last names and using OKC as a last name for people I met online after that. I'm calling it a win. Not the sender but the receiver. This was 2 to 3 years ago. Let me set the scene. It's night time. I'm chilling at home, playing Dark Souls. Here I am, having a good time when, suddenly, my phone buzzes. Obviously, I check it. It's a text from an unknown number, but a local area code. I open the text. It's a pair of tits. With the picture, is a message. How's that for an olive branch? Now, not only do I not know the number, but I don't remember getting to the point of a relationship with anybody in which an olive branch was necessary. So I kindly message this person, "You probably shouldn't text that kind of stuff to total strangers." Got a reply, "Fine, be like that." So I tried leaving well enough alone, but the local area code on the number got my curiosity piqued. I do a Facebook search. We have 3 mutual friends. I message one of them, asking if she knew the number. Friend: yeah, that's my mom. Why do you ask? Lol, she wasn't sending nudes, was she? I didn't actually send it, but my father-in-law at the time has seen a dick pic of mine on the regular, without me knowing. During my relationship I studied abroad for 6 months. My ex and I saw another like once every month or 6 weeks-ish. After about a month of not seeing each other, we started sending each other dirty pictures. As you do. She loved pictures of my gentleman's parts. To be honest, I did shoot some nice pictures. Quality stuff, you know, not the "oh let me whip out my schlong and get a quick pic." No, quality stuff. Right lighting and angle, nice background, the works. I had nothing better to do anyway, so I sent her one that I think is my best piece so far. Judging by her reaction, she agrees. She installs it as my contact picture, so whenever I call her, my dick shows up. A little tacky maybe, but I never complained because 99/100ths times I called, she would be turned on. Huge bonus. Skip forward about a year or so, we are still together, having dinner at her parents' house. She still lived at home during this time. She's saying how she wants a new phone, which one she would want, etc. Her dad calmly swallows his food, puts down his fork, looks me in the eye and asks, "Do you think she will install a new contact picture for you as well?" Accidentally sent a pic to a friend that was meant for the guy the first was dating. He replied, "I assume this is meant for other guy." Shit. It's cool, but before you send one to him, tone down the lipstick a bit and sorta muss up your hair so it looks like sex hair. Okay, thanks. Was sexting with a fuckbuddy and talking to a new friend. I took a pic of me naked and the new friend messaged as I was about to tap back to the other conversation, so I ended up on his conversation instead. Should have looked more carefully but I didn't, so I sent the pic. He said, "Haha, okay, nice dick." I didn't send it, but I was the recipient. A friend from college sent me a pic of her in her underwear where she was pulling down the front of her panties quite a lot while sitting on her bed. Was meant for the guy she was seeing at the time. I didn't make a big deal out of it. She was mortified. I told her not to worry and that I didn't save it or anything and that mistakes happen. Was quite the sexy photo. Sent to my older sister, who proceeded to tell my mother, which earned me 6 months of being grounded. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't date a woman whose name is the same as you, sister. Alexa and Alexandria, my sister being the latter. I was sending nudes to a friend girl to pre-approve which ones I should send a guy the first was seeing. Accidentally sent it to a male friend with the question, "Is this hot?" He responded, "Yeah, I guess." Once I realized I up I kept apologizing. He found it funny and sent it to my friend I was supposed to send them to with the message bring me donuts, wants to know if this is hot. We are all pretty good friends, so in the end we just had a laugh about it. A year ago I had the day off work. Thought it was a good idea to send my girlfriend a dick pic because I was bored at home and wanted company. Anyways, I sent the photo via social media and accidentally sent it to a group chat that she started with 2 other friends. Whoops. They all thought it was hilarious, and still laugh about it. Running joke now is they regularly send me pictures of themselves holding penis-shaped items in a sexy pose. Did this a couple of weeks ago. Got a frisky pic from a girlfriend saying she was horny. Felt the same, so I took a dick pic. Wrote I feel ya and sent it to my ex from 2 years back. Realized my mistake. Sent a new text with "goddammit, see no evil monkey" emoji. Got a message back haha, good thing it was me. Seen it before. Smiley face. Thumbs up. Didn't learn anything. And sent a new one to the girl it was intended for. You learned that your ex was a really cool person, didn't you? Obligatory not me, but one of my best friends had a Snapchat account and he didn't understand it very well. He and his girlfriend, now his wife, would send each other sexy videos. Well, he only had 2 other friends besides her and he forgot to make this post private. Those other 2 friends were his uncle and cousin. He took a video of himself jerking it in the shower and sent it to his uncle and cousin accidentally. They came over for dinner that night, which had been planned for quite some time. He said it was basically just silence the entire night, for like 2 hours, until his cousin called him a jerk off. The whole table erupted in laughter as he died inside. I accidentally shared a dick pic on Snapchat with one of my best friends. It was intended for my girlfriend. My friend, knowing full well I had sent it to him by mistake, sends me his own dick pic out of solidarity, saying, "It's only fair if I show you my dick now." I was super embarrassed about my mistake, but found it hilarious at the same time, especially since he was so cool about it. Still wish I hadn't seen his dick though. He probably feels the same way, though you should probably return the favor with a blowjob as a sign of gratitude. Not a nude, but I accidentally sent a link to a sex wedge to my child's 4th grade teacher. It wasn't even from a site that it could have been passed off for medical purposes. It was a straight-up sex shop. She never replied, so I don't have a great aftermath story, but our next encounter was super awkward. I was a nude model for a time. I brought my portfolio into work one time to show a coworker that I was good friends with, then was a total idiot, and forgot it at work. I closed that night and opened the next morning, so it shouldn't have mattered, except one of my managers started an hour before I did, and she found the portfolio and looked at it. She left a note in the book saying something like, "I told you not to do that." Except it was pretty light-hearted, and we laughed about it together, so nothing really happened except a bit of a laugh and a bit of embarrassment. My friend accidentally revealed an ass pic to me, so I just flashed her to make her feel less embarrassed about it. Oh shit, something I can actually share. This was a couple of years ago, but I was at home exchanging sexy photos, video with a girl I met the night before, and in the middle of all the sexiness I get a Snapchat from my best friend with just a random funny lucky photo, and I carry on with the girl and she wanted a direct photo of my dick, and of course as a gentleman I do as she wants and take the picture and just click the first in the list on Snapchat and press send. The moment I do so, I see that it was not sent to the girl but my friend. I panic and try to get a hold of my friend. Text him on every social media I can think of saying, "Don't look at the snap I just sent to you. It wasn't for you." But of course my idiot friend opens it anyway, and a couple of minutes later I get a video of him laying on the floor crying of laughter. So either he is a really good guy or I got a funny looking junk. Quite a few years ago, I was in high school and was using my mom's iPad as a means of communication because my phone was broken. During this time, I thought it would be a great time to take some dick pics and send them to my girlfriend over Kik. Well, I did that. Deleted the photos, and I didn't think much of it afterwards. Fast forward a few days, and I get my phone back, and then I see I got a text from my mom. "What is it?" "It's my dick pic. So I'm embarrassed. I see somehow I must have left my pictures on her iPad, and now it was awkward. I went and explained to my mom what happened, and apologized and all that kinda stuff. Then she tells me how she got it. So, turns out it wasn't really my mistake. I did delete the picture from the iPad. What had happened was it saved to the cloud when it synced, and then my little sister synced her iPod with the account and got my dick pic on her iPod. Showed my mom and said, "What's this?" Yeah, it was a super embarrassing time. Whole family found out. But now I can joke about it, live and learn. I was in the shower after a fun day with my boyfriend and decided to snap him a picture. It was actually pretty innocent. Just me smiling and my boobs. The thing was I had forgotten that I had opened a Snap conversation with my best friends of over 8+ YRS on the drive home. I wasn't really paying attention and swiped to the camera to take a photo. I assumed it would allow me to choose who to send to, but it directly sent it to that conversation. I was completely mortified and immediately sent SOS, do not open that Snap. But we're all pretty active on that chat, and immediately someone opened it before the messages were sent. A friend immediately sent a WTF and I immediately called and we just had a laugh about it, and my friend went on to tell me to be careful and gave good advice about nudes in general. I called my other friend to warn them and they told me I was dumb to send nudes over Snap. Why didn't I do it the old-fashioned way through text? I was embarrassed, but I got over it pretty fast and I told my boyfriend and he had a good laugh too, so it wasn't a big deal. Sometimes it depends on the friend. Me and my best friend send each other our nudes to make sure they're up to scratch before we send them to the person we took them for. If I accidentally send nudes to my friends, they just probably rate it. Hey, it's me, your friend. Illusion 100.